Mhm. Yeah. So why is the name Kitchen to Kitchen? Basically, like this is something actually have inspired me a lot, and I have been like following this thing a lot in my personal experience of gardening so far. So initially, the days when I started gardening, like I didn't had much resources or seeds. There was no nursery near around, or maybe I was not knowing near around. So what I started doing, I started exploring my kitchen. What are the things available in my kitchen which I can use? And then when something used to grow, I was like, whoa, what can I do, and how can I use this resources? So this whole journey, like sometimes what happens, we really want to start gardening, but we feel like, what can I do? This space is very limited. I don't have resources, and this goes on, and the intention of starting misses out. So this program is to help people to start gardening and then use the resources. So I will be sharing some of the tips which you can start doing immediately from your home, and especially from your kitchen. I This is one of the programs which I'm first organizing, like this Kitchen to Kitchen program. There are many other programs which I conduct, and you can see about them in my page. Instagram page is there. There's a Facebook page also of Swasthya Bliss, and there's a YouTube channel, and where I share more about health, well-being, everything. So if you like the session today and you feel you are interested in all this, please do check our pages. So like it was 3 years ago, like I just randomly started gardening, and this is me 3 years ago. And when I started gardening, one of the things I realized, like we say everyone that life is full of abundance, there is no shortages, but it was difficult for me to understand that and visualize this. But when I started gardening, I realized we plant seeds, and the seeds gives us something abundantly then we actually receive. We all, or everyone have this tendency of giving, but nature is something which is full of unlimited resource. So how this you can feel this joy by yourself trying. So what can you expect in this program which we are starting today? It is a beginner level program, and there are infinite possible things which you can grow in your garden. So I will be sharing some of the tips that personally work very nice for me, and every day post today's session I will be sharing some recipes. And many of you, as you mentioned in your introduction, that you are already doing some of the things, so it will be great to start sharing all the things which you do, so that in this group, whatever level we are, like this is a beginner program, but some of who are already doing, they can actually be a resource person to the other people. So it is not just my group, it is the group of every one of us, and we can all be equal contributor in this. So let's start with that. So, do you need any specific pot or things to start gardening? No, it is good. Like in your garden, if you keep decorative pots and it looks good, but like since there are lockdown in many places, you can't go outside. You can start with immediately from your home. You can take up boxes like this, sweet containers or something like this, or as in the picture, we get food packets and all that. So you can use this container, and what you can do is dig hole. How can you dig the hole is, you can take a knife, and you heat the knife in a flame, and then just in the plastic container you prick with the knife and you will have hole. This drainage system is very important. You can use any resources, anything as a pot. It can be a plastic bucket, like it can be a wheat and gehu. All these things comes in a packet, so 5 kg packets you can use. You can use this plastic containers, you can use thermocol packets, everything which you have. There will be enough resources in your home if you try to find out. And just what you have to do is, you have to make hole. few holes. Like if you have seen this picture, there are 4 small tiny holes I have done, and then you can start with things uh, from your kitchen. So I'll share more what you can grow. The first thing which you can grow is wheat. In Hindi, here we call it gehu. So it is like depending upon how much space. If you have no space, even if you have no balcony, you can grow this right in your kitchen itself. It doesn't require much light, it doesn't require much effort, and it's very, very easy to grow. So someone who has not grown anything so far, doesn't have any space, this is the one thing which you can start growing immediately from day one. So what you have to do, you have to take any box, maybe it can be like this small box like this. You have to make hole over here at this areas, put some soil, and in that you sprinkle the seeds, and maybe within 8 to 10 days you can have this size of grass. You what you can do is cut the grass, and then you can make a green juice of it. So green juice is something is very alkaline in nature. It is also called a super food because it has so many benefits. So right in one single effort, like if you have this size of container, it can give you green juice every single day. What you have to do is you have to have more boxes, like 3 4 boxes you can keep. In one day you cut, not, you don't cut from the roots, you cut from the stem only, stem part, the upper part, and that will grow regrow again. So if you have 3 4 this type of container and you sow just wheatgrass, your everyday green juice is sorted. Isn't it very amazing to have green juice every day? You can, I'll share the detailed recipe of green juice after the session also. The other thing which you can grow is you can grow any microgreens. So now what do you need to grow microgreen? You can in your kitchen, if you go, you will find a lot of whole pulses. It can be chickpeas, it can be some mature peas, it can be it can be sarso, mustard, which we call. You can take fennel seeds, which is also known as soft in Hindi. You can take grams, the green gram, the moed beans, or any bean seed. It can be lobia, you can grow. So what you can do, again, takes any size of container. And because we are growing microgreen, so what happens in microgreen, it are very small roots and in small in size. You can harvest them after 8 9 days immediately. So like you can see in the picture, in the down picture, there are some microgreens of I have grown in the same pot some chickpeas and some mustard greens. So similarly, you can choose, you can combine some of the microgreens and you can grow. So now, like, we will have some tiny harvest of this microgreen. What you can do with this microgreen, you can use in your soup. Like in the top of the soup, you can garnish. You can take out this harvest and blend with some of the fruits and make a smoothie. And it tastes amazing and very nutritious too. In your salad, you can mix with other things like cucumber, tomatoes, and all that thing. And your green salad is ready. You can use it in beef chutneys. And something which I love to do is like just grind that into a paste, because sometimes what happen, I don't have microgreen of one specific variety. So what I do is like combine all the greens which are growing, 4 to 5 varieties, and then make a paste of all this thing in my roti. Instead of adding water, I add the paste of this green, and my green roti is ready. So any doubt, any questions you have for the wheatgrass or the microgreens so far?
Kritika ji, can you please explain it? Your voice is cracking. Can you explain the making of roti, what you have suggested for with the?
Yeah. Is the voice cracking for other people too? I'm sorry for the issues you are facing.
Actually, voice is clear, I think.
No, the voice is clear, but it's little low. It would be effective if it is more louder.
So the people who are having issue, have you tried with the headphone? Maybe you plug in the headphone and give a try if the voice is better then. So while you are trying, one person asked for roti. What is the meaning? Roti is chapati, the flat bread which we make in the home. I'll share the detailed recipe post the session also. It's like when we make a chapati in the dough, means like wheat flour or millet flour, we use water. So instead of water, we are replacing with the green paste. It can be paste of any microgreen which you are growing. Like here in this picture, there is some sarso leaves which I have grown. I just make a paste of this any greens which I have been growing and just blend it with the flour. So it will have 1 cup of flour and 1 cup of paste, and then mix that. And I don't add additional water. I add at the end only if it is there, if it is needed. Yes, Nitin, you wanted to ask some question?
Yeah, actually, I don't have a question, but I have a suggestion to make
Yes,
something different also by this. Can I tell?
yes, please go
So
ahead.
basically, what I do, so I cut the above leaves and chop it very finely, and add some salt and some other spices like red chili powder, and it tastes great. Great. It is like a green salad. I just love that.
Yes, that's amazing idea. I have mentioned that. So I was just sharing different ideas like you can use in soup, you can use in salad as you mentioned just now. And thank you for sharing that in detail. You can like possibilities like of the microgreen which you can use. Okay, so far I think is can we go ahead? So the other thing, it is one wheatgrass which you can grow no matter the space. And microgreen is again you can grow irrespective of whatever space you have, because this is something very means like short time harvest kind of thing. So you grow and within 8 to 10 days you can harvest that. And if you feel you love these things, you can have another batch of that. And another thing is like it can be a good replacement for your spices also. So when you make your salad, uh, instead of adding different spices, if you add microgreen, you will love that flavor, uh, that aroma, and the taste is really amazing. So just give a try of this different kind of microgreens, explore that. The other thing which you can grow is garlic. So what you do in garlic, so one garlic will have many cloves. When you buy the garlic, one garlic will have around 20 to 25 cloves. What you do is you have to open the garlic cloves and then plant. So in one pot, you can take some old container. This container will also can be used for growing garlic. So just put that clove into that and water, and in few days it will take around 20 days around, and you will start having this green. And you can do is you can cut the top portion, don't disturb the root. Once you cut the top portion only, you will see in few days it will regrow again. So just one pot can be used again and again to grow up garlic. So garlic is you can definitely grow only if you have space. Then you can try onion. See, one onion may not be sufficient for your family. So then in one pot, you have to do many onions or many pots. So depending upon the space limitation you have, then only go for onion. Otherwise, just try garlic. You will have a good produce of garlic. So whatever I'm sharing, first when you start gardening, you have to start analyzing your space. How much space do you have in your garden? How much space do you want to give to this gardening activity? And this space analysis is very important to choose what kind of things you want to grow. Sarita, we will take your question. Just let me complete the point and then you can share your question. after space analysis, what you have to do is you have to jot down your intention why you are doing gardening. So it can be anything. Intention can be you want to have something in regular basis in your garden. You want to just experience the joy of growing. So have it clear, very clearly written. What happens sometimes in our process, we get lost. So for me, like if gardening is more, this is therapy kind of thing for me. And I feel like doing gardening, I am working as a bee. So a bee, what does a bee do? Bee just start doing the thing of collection of honey, and it doesn't realize that it is changing in the world. Like there's a story that if the universe, the bee is not there, the universe is not there. So we can start complaining about things that there are chemical fertilizer, chemical crops, there are not good foods available in the market, and all this thing. But we can start taking small action rather than doing all this thing. Action can be like just whatever space you have, you do little part of it. Maybe your one pot can inspire so many other people, and who have big terrace or something, a garden or a space lawn which was till now not used. So when they see that in this small space, if you are growing so much, they have such a big place, so they can also start growing. And in this small effort, like you will realize that the world has changed. So this is generally, for me, it comes when I do gardening. Maybe in my plate something comes very less, but when I realize that I'm nurturing something, something is coming out. And one of my one of my pictures are being circulated, and then people are doing gardening. Like some people have started doing in a big farm. So then I feel very motivated, okay, to continue. So it is very important is to realize why you are doing, because when you are realizing why you are doing, no matter what situation will come, you will figure out some ways to do. Yeah, so this noting down the intention is very important. So coming back to this three intention and space analysis, you can start doing gardening, whatever crops. So I have already shared two ideas what you can grow. There are few more ideas I will be sharing. So one person was raising the hand. Sarita, you want to share? You have written can be used finally and used for garnishing. Yes, very true.
No, I had a question. I had a question that when you grow garlic, you said you have to separate it, separate all the clouds from the
Yes,
pod.
yes,
But
yes.
do we peel it and then grow, or with the this thing, peel itself? How do we put it in the soil along with the peel?
We take out one clove, and in the clove we don't take out the peel. We will just, as the clove comes, we put the clove directly in the soil. Sarita, are you able to hear? Are you clear right now? So you don't peel it, you just separate the clove. Like 20 cloves, it is there. So 20 saplings can be grown from that.
Okay,
You will
got it.
separate and put it in different little distance, like one finger, this kind of distance you can put.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
So the next thing, this is something very amazing. I love to do this. So you can take the root vegetables. It can be carrot, it can be beetroot, it can be radish. And many people feel that they can grow the whole radish or carrot by this, but that doesn't grow. The whole radish will not grow, the whole carrot will not grow, whole beetroot will not grow. But what will grow is greens. The green, again, the same thing, like as I said, in microgreen you can use, similar way this greens you can use. So I grow this carrot, beetroot, radish for the leaves, and that leaves are very good resource for making parathas for me. And other thing which happens is, like when this get mature, after a few months, they start having seeds. So seeds are developed. So this seeds can be used in the next cycle. And when you are growing the seeds yourself, you are very sure that it is not having some chemicals. It is organic completely. So this whole thing is ensured. So you can see like normally the top portion which we discard, we have to just take that and just put it into the soil directly. And in few days, you will see some small roots, leaves are coming out from these leaves. Have anyone tried in this group? Anyone with radish, carrot, beetroot?
Yeah, I have tried
How
with
did-
carrot as well as potato.
Okay. So you can try potato, but potato leaves generally we don't use in the kitchen, in cooking. So this are something which you can definitely immediately use. The next is you can grow pudina and many other things. Like what you have to do, I'll show you. So generally when we get pudina from market, the mint, what we do is we take out the leaves and then this portion is left. So this can be put in water like this. So I have put some little water in this and I've soaked this stems into this. So in few days, what happened? New roots get developed into this at the below. And then when you plant this root, the stem with the roots, you have your own full pot of the mint. And the beauty is like when this mint grow from this, the aroma is like you can't describe the aroma of the mint growing in your own balcony. And like you want to make something, like you want to make biryani or some mint sarbat, and you realize you don't have mint, you can immediately go back to your balcony garden, just pluck up some leaves and then make fresh. And then when you are plucking from your own garden, it will regrow from the stems which are there in your garden. So I have tried with spinach, Malabar spinach, which we call poi saag. There is green variety, red variety of that. Even I've tried this method for ambari, gangura leaves. So it grows also very nice. So you can try. Has anyone other than gangura or spinach, basil, any other things which you have tried for the stems, twigs? Sorry, we couldn't hear. Hello. If anyone was saying something, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, now your voice is okay. You can go ahead.
Okay, okay. Till when I was audible, when did the voice crack? I was sharing about something which you can grow from the
Mint.
stem.
Mint.
Yeah. So some ideas where you can grow mint, you can grow spinach. One of the workshop, one of the participant last time shared that she has grown, in fact, coriander also with the same method and palak also same method. So it worked for palak and coriander as well. The thing is, then you may not have a harvest, but you can definitely have seeds. The seeds can be used for the next cycle. It will be completely organic for sure.
Can you tell once again that method?
Yes, I can. What do you want to ask? I missed your voice.
For the mint, pudina, coriander.
Okay. So for mint, what you do, like generally we take mint, like the whole mint we get from the market, and then we use the leaves. We pluck out the leaves. Like here, the stem, I have plucked out all the leaves which were there. Now this is something which we throw. So this, what you can do is take any glass, glass and put half water into that and dip this stems into that. And in few days, around 7 to 8 days, new roots will start developing. You take it out, you will see that there are, yes, somebody is showing, very nice, beautiful, great, great. So their roots will start developing. You can then plant that root. Ma'am, your roots have developed. Would you like to show? Wow, amazing. Great, great. Lovely.
I have grown from the same method. This is in my pot now.
Beautiful. So here, one precaution you have to do is like when you're growing, because in water, they are growing freely. So when you plant them in soil, sometimes what happens, they goes through a shock because they don't find the space properly, and a sudden changing of the environment is a shock sometimes. So we try to do it in the weather which is normal, like you can do in early morning, and you don't actually you don't disturb the root much. So if you take out and keep outside for some time and then put or disturb the root a lot, then they go into shock, and immediately after you plant in the soil, it dies. So what you do is don't disturb the roots and then plant it in the soil. Yes, Kena.
Yeah, there is one more method. If you want to sow it directly into the soil, what you can do, you just remove all the leaves. I mean, take a good stem, remove all the leaves, and just put both the hands into the soil. Like, U shape will form.
Oh, beautiful.
That way you have to, yes. And so root will develop from both the ends, and you can see the small leaves shoots out after 3 to 4 days. The weather is good. So I have grown from the one stem, and now my full pot is full of means.
Wow. Lovely, lovely. Thank you for sharing this technique. Amazing. So you can try other stems also, and some flowering plants like hibiscus you can grow. Hibiscus also grow very nicely, and it has some utility, like you can make tea. Hibiscus flowers tea comes very nicely. Hibiscus leaves you can make a paste and apply in hair as well. They work as a very nice conditioner. So if you have space, you can the same method, the same cutting method, you can grow hibiscus. This is my personal favorite. Taro we also call, in Hindi we call arbi. In some places they call calocasia. This grows like a wild, like you plant this one leaf and you will see multiple leaves coming around. So what I do in my kitchen, if I have some arbi, which I bring, we generally cook this like a potato. So when I bring this to make a sabzi, and I see some damage are there or something is spoiled, and I don't feel like cooking, I just bury them in the soil. And in few days, I'll start seeing many leaves coming out. This also is the same thing. You cut the stems only. You don't disturb the roots, and then from the same stems, many other leaves will start coming out. And this makes like in Gujarat we used to call it patra, and in some places they call aruvara. So, in Maharashtra they call aruvara. So you can make this dumplings. Like, I'll share the detailed recipe of this. Generally we use besan gram flour in this and apply it in the leaves and make a roll, and this we steam this and make this patra, a buddy. So I'll share this recipe as well. So this you can try, like if you have little space in your garden, after you have planted the leaves, the mint, you can immediately do this. And in one pot for a family of 2, you can get after 15 days, you can start harvesting. Like you will have the, in one pot, you will have after 15 days cycle, you will have enough leaves to make patra for a family of 2 people. So this is something, this is the last thing which you can grow. If you have, and this you have to remember, you have to grow only when you have space. So I have grown. For me, I used to love mango ginger a lot. And when I was in Nagpur, I was not getting mango ginger anywhere in Nagpur. So one choice was for me that I start growing it myself. So it looks like turmeric and it grows in the similar way. So what I'll post it in the group, the picture and the detailed method. So what we do is in the root vegetable like ginger, turmeric, this mango ginger, there are nodes. So in the node portion, we cut the node and just we put that in the soil. And from the nodes, the entire plant grows up. And this is the season, like in 1 month, you can start plantings. And the beauty of nature is just like you put one ginger or turmeric, and maybe sometime like this, I have personally experienced 1 year, like for the first time when I had buried the mango ginger, there was no evidence that mango ginger grew. And after the 1 year, 1 year, not 7, 8 months, when the monsoon started, my whole garden was full with this mango ginger plant. So whenever we are gardening, we have to trust the power of nature. Nature is like a miracle. You just put it and just forget, maybe whatever has to grow, it will definitely grow up. It may take time, it may require some perseverance to fail and do again, but when it will start growing, you will have like unlimited supply. And from all these things, like the ginger or their leaves, you can make tea as well. The roots you can definitely use as the similar as you use in your garden kitchen, but the leaves can be used as tea. Another thing is they can be wrapped, like we make the steam things, steam sweets, idlis. In fact, you can put the batter into that leaf and steam that, and that comes very nicely. In one of my friend was Bengali, she says that she makes fish wrapping this turmeric leaf and ginger leaf. So that gives the aroma also, and you can cook with no oil, all these things which needs steaming by using these leaves. This is I not recommend. Only if you have space, if you have garden, you do is planting the potatoes. So in potatoes, in winter especially, you will see these nodes have start growing. So you cut this portion only where you see, just a minute, where you see this nodes growing up, and in one potato you will have multiple nodes and buds like this. So multiple you can cut and put in the soil, and it will grow into a plant. This is something, it's very something which I really personally love, is you can grow seeds. Now generally what happens, we feel like if one chili will grow up, one capsicum will grow up, one brinjal will grow up, what we will do? It's no benefit. Many people say that what will be utility? I find two utility in this. One is I generally start growing that, and I give them to the people. I give them to the farmers in my circle who are growing. Like I have means like anything, any seeds which I find, I just put in the soil, and I have seen jamun plant growing up, papaya plant growing up, marshmallow has grown up, watermelon, guava, grapes, pumpkin, everything has grown up. So what I go and give to the friends, they can grow in their farms. What other thing you can do is you can give to the nursery people who grow plants. So you can give them this, and you can take some plant like lemongrass, you can take a plant like curry patta from them in exchange. And other friends also, if you give them, if they have something, they will just give you. So this way you can have a barter system by growing this plant. The other thing is, like, if also one, like as I said, one plant also comes, you can definitely have seeds for the next season. So like you can grow it to just have seed. Some seeds, like there are coriander seeds and methi seeds, which can be used to grow the greens. So for coriander, what we do is the whole coriander which we get in the market, we just rub it so that it gets broken up, and this broken pieces we seed up. It takes some little time, 20-21 days. Like the other microgreen, it is not very easy, but my coriander takes time, but it grows very nicely. One question was there in the chat.
Actually, I have a question.
Hmm.
Uh, I have tried many times to plant coriander, but it is not successful. I don't know why, but it doesn't work in my pots.
So what kind of
I don't know.
So sometimes what happen, something which we get from shops, they are not treated very nicely. Treated nicely, like what happened, like this is especially in the case of papaya. This was something had happened in the middle, so that people don't grow crops their own. So they started bringing seeds which doesn't grow, and this is a very tricky thing to identify that what can be grown. So what you can do is, right now you can go to some organic shop and buy some organic seeds of coriander, and it's okay if one seed has not grown. You don't give up. You get another seed from another person or some other. It will definitely grow. It will take time. What you have to do is just break that seed. Like the whole one you don't do, you just break into two pieces, and then you put in the soil and grow. Yes, Kena, you want to add something to this?
Yeah, the same thing. Sheets should be crushed with the, keep the sheets on the napkin and crush with the rolling pin. So it will divide it into two, and then if it is possible, soak it in the water first.
Okay.
And then do it. It will give you good result.
It grows, but it dies away very quickly. I don't know, but it is like it burnt in the sun. I think that it is because of sun.
Yeah, scorching it may be the problem, and don't overwater the things.
Yeah, great point. So we have to be very aware of watering. So one principle which you can do is you dip your fingers in the soil, and if you see dust coming out, that means it doesn't have water. If dust is not coming out, then there is water, and you don't need to give water. The other thing is, like, if the water is more or less, you will start your leaves having yellowish shine. So if you start seeing that yellowish shine is there, your leaves are turning yellow, that means either you are giving more water, or if you are giving less water. So then you just observe and make changes accordingly.
To add on, I suppose coriander is mainly we grow in the winter season. So it also depends on the seasonality, because at that time it used to be normally not very high temperature. So it helps us in growing coriander plant specifically. And if you see how we get in market all the time is maybe they are maintaining the temperature where they are growing it. So this is how we can grow coriander.
Beautiful point. Thank you for adding that. Yeah, and you can try with different seeds like coriander, fenugreek. You can try, and these are definitely winter, as you suggested. Other seeds like moringa, you can try. Moringa is drumstick basically. Again, in drumstick, why we grow this a big plant. We again grow in, if you are growing in a home balcony, you just grow for the leaves. You can make juice, you can make soups, you can make in your chapati, you can have powder of moringa, dry that leaves, and like they are sold in the supermarket as medicine. Yes, Nitin.
Actually, drumstick is grown with its steam, and it is very hard to grow that because you need a lot of soil. So you have to plant it in a garden. So I have done that. It is so I tried my best, and it grows in the garden, but it doesn't grow in the pot. But it is a very good plant. Even if you are separating ghee from chach or buttermilk, so you have to put some leaves in that, so that it That's good.
Yeah. So yes, it is a big plant. It is always suggested you grow in the garden, but I have two moringa plants and I have grown that in the pot. So the possibility is there. That's why it is like, why you are growing. Is it for the leaves or if you are growing for the plant? It can be grown in a pot, and like any big size where the roots can penetrate, that kind of pot, it can be grown easily. No, not a problem. You can grow in the garden if you have space. Balcony garden. So this is something like when you grow plants, you will see some of the guest plant popping up, and you will feel like, I have not grown this, watered this. So this is the beauty of Mother Nature. It gives you abundantly. So there are many plants you will see without your growing have grown. Like now monsoons, tarota. This will start coming. The 6 leaves plant. Then you will see gol bhaji. Gol bhaji is purslane, which is called, and you will see abundantly growing. Then this small one, the sorrel, they are very sour in taste. This kena, this all the things, they taste really yum. You can make different things, like you can make bhaji, chutneys, and all a lot of things. This in the middle there is a plant called tinkor. So earlier when I have not seen this plant, and I used to hear from people of Bihar a lot that they make bhajis out of this, like pakoras. And I was wondering, what is this plant? Why don't we see this plant around? Now, when I understood that it grows in its own, I was just seeing everywhere this plant is there. So in nature, when you start seeing, like in your maybe your own house, outside you will see so many other varieties of edible plants are there. So you have to just spot on. And when you grow in your pots or balcony or anywhere, like in the garden, you will see all these plants growing up along with your host plant. So just identify them and start growing them. Like I remember first time when I grew, I had cholai bhaji, and one more was there. I don't remember. They are grown in the market, but somehow it was there. Bathua. Cholai and bathua was there, and I didn't grow it, and it came up, and it was really amazing to see they coming up, because the soil might have the seeds, and then from one bathua, like there will be a different seeds. You can preserve that seed and throw it in the monsoons next time, and you will have abundance of bathua or poi saag or cholai bhaji in the next season. So just be attentive to the Mother Nature. You will observe so many other varieties which are really add on to your garden.
Kritika, two questions came into the group. One is, please suggest the name of plants which need less sunlight, as half part of our garden receives full sunlight and the other half does not receive sunlight. And second is how to grow lemongrass.
Okay.
So can you just give some idea?
Thank you. So first thing which you can grow when you don't have sunlight is wheatgrass. Wheatgrass and microgreens can be grown in this areas where you don't have enough sunlight. And other plants can need little, the other plant which I have mentioned, they do require little sunlight. So you can plan out accordingly. For lemongrass, what you can do, you can either get a lemongrass plant from the nursery and plant it. It will come out very nicely. Other thing which you can do, if your friend has a lemongrass, just tell them to give some root of that plant. And with that root, when you plant that plant, you will have a supply of lemongrass.
Again, lemongrass can be put it in sunlight portion area or
lemongrass is like it grows like a weed, so it can grow in any condition. It doesn't require much water. Also, it doesn't require much sunlight. Nothing. So if you are buying something from nursery, you can definitely go for lemongrass. It doesn't require much maintenance.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here in this because I wanted to keep it from what you can grow from the kitchen. I didn't mention about some of the plants like which you can grow, and they are very helpful in the kitchen, is curry leaves. If you are getting a plant from nursery, I strongly recommend that you get a curry leaf plant like lemongrass plant, and they can be a very good nice rescue for you in the in your kitchen your things. So do get them and another thing is like when we grow plants, we don't need much fertilizer, much things. Whatever there is in your kitchen, you can all put in your as a fertilizer. So suppose if you have buttermilk, you can dilute it as much as you can. The condition is you have to dilute. If you don't dilute and put it in that form, that will attract insects, that will attract ants and all that thing, and it will spoil your plant. It will have release a foul smell. So like whatever waste, like if you have water, like you are soaking the pulses, and the water, instead of draining into the wash basin, you put in the plant. In that way, what you are doing is you are maintaining the water preservation. You are preserving water, like, so you can like if you are having rice, you are making rice, the water which you drain, dilute that water, put it in the plant. So you can recycle your water, like the RO water. After we use the RO, you have some water getting waste. So don't throw that water. You can use in your plant. So while I started gardening, this is something I really love. Is you can preserve anything. You can recycle everything. You can make your kitchen waste, make compost out of that, and that will again go to the mother system. And from this, the whole chain will start coming, and that reduces the landfill, like wastage in the mother nature. So this benefit is immense. Like we again say, like what difference will one kitchen make? What difference will one garden make? This is a huge difference. Like if every one of us start recycling the water, recycling our organic waste, like in a small way, we can reduce so much of wastage from mother nature. Like what is another benefit of kitchen gardening is when you touch the soil, you water your plant. And even I used to talk with my plants. So if I am angry, if I'm sad, I'll go and share the feelings of mine with the plant. So it's very healing in nature. So you just have to try this to experience that. And green obviously adds beauty to any space. You learn so much about compassion, empathy. These are fancy words. We know this is very important, but gardening teaches you in this process. You get to connect with your inner self. Like when you see climbers like Karela plant or bottle god going in the top of other plant, it's some important lesson. It tells us that we are all very connected. Only by supporting each other we can grow together. So this is again something which you can feel and see, experience that from gardening. And especially in this kind of lockdown where children are not going school, we often feel like what to do, how can we engage kids, how can we teach something valuable to the kids. So what you can do, you can start doing gardening, and you can teach like the whole cycle, how chickpeas germinate, or what is a cycle, about the patterns, math pattern. Yes, you can teach all this to your children by simple act of gardening. So maybe you and your children start doing these activities together, and the joy when you will experience this, that can not be described in a theoretical session. So yeah, I have planted. Please give me some. You can you require 2 to 3 hours of direct sunlight if you can get, and then it is done. If you see it is having issues, just try to move that plant somewhere, and then trust the process. In monsoons, even if the sunlight is not there, plants grow how it is growing, because it is not the direct light it needs many other things which has. So just trust the process and just move, and your plant will have get the light, which whatever 2 3 hours of direct sunlight is sufficient. uh, what is kundru? Okay, yeah, that's all what I wanted to share in this session of what we
Kundru
can
means stone.
No, it is like the leaves are like kundru leaves of tilkor. This is the in the middle, the one which is growing is tilkor, the vine, the heart shape kind of thing.
Do we need to put cocoa peat in any of these?
I have not put cocoa peat. I just use my homemade compost, and whatever it's getting wastage, like if milk is getting spoiled, I'll dilute it as much as possible. Sometimes I miss diluting it, then it starts smelling. But like if I have a banana, uh, I'll make the pieces of banana peel and I'll throw it in the soil. And the water, as I mentioned, all the water I dump into the soil. And if some plants like this weeds or something have grown, I just uproot that, and that itself goes back to the ecosystem and gives the enough fertilizer. So extra, you don't need anything else if you do all these things. Yeah. So any questions you have so far? So that's all what I wanted to share. We can just have a quick question answer round if you have any more questions or would like to share something.
Yeah. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Can I repeat?
I'm not able to hear. Can you repeat?
Hello.
Yes, now I can hear you.